in the morning.
Welcome back to our channel, dear viewers. Today is a beautiful day to dive deep into the labyrinthine drama of Genoa City, where every smile hides a dagger and every coincidence is a calculated chess move. Grab your favorite beverage, settle in, and let us unpack the explosive tensions brewing right beneath the surface. The atmosphere within the opulent walls of the Genoa City Athletic Club is thick with an almost palpable sense of impending doom, serving as the perfect backdrop for a clandestine game of psychological warfare orchestrated by the omnipresent puppet master himself, Victor Newman. In the heart of this luxurious establishment, a high-stakes encounter unfolds as Matt Clark attempts to execute his assigned mission under the heavy, watchful eye of the Newman patriarch. Matt, burdened by his own fractured memories and the immense pressure of serving as Victor's reluctant pawn, approaches Kane Ashby with a carefully constructed facade. The internal conflict tearing at Matt is immense. He is a man desperately trying to navigate a city filled with enemies while simultaneously attempting to appease a billionaire who holds his ultimate fate in his hands. His approach to Kane is not merely a casual greeting, but a calculated infiltration designed to gather crucial intelligence and exploit any visible vulnerabilities. Sensing Kane's immediate defensive posture, Matt pivots to a strategy of feigned admiration, vehemently denying any connection to Victor Newman's grand, overarching schemes. To disarm the inherently suspicious executive, Matt offers a profusely apologetic explanation for his overzealous behavior, framing his intense interest as the innocent enthusiasm of a devoted fan. He deliberately invokes the name Aristotle Dumas, the notorious grifter alias from Kane's deeply buried Australian past. This specific reference is a masterful psychological stroke, intended to flatter Kane while simultaneously reminding him of his own history of deception. Subtly attempting to establish a twisted camaraderie between two men who have lived lives shrouded in subterfuge. Building upon this fragile foundation of fabricated admiration, Matt weaves an intricate, emotionally resonant lie designed to further lower Kane's defenses. He spins a detailed narrative about his recent past, claiming to have sought refuge and honest labor at the Kansas farm once owned by Hope, the late mother of Adam Newman. Matt describes the grueling but purifying work of tending to the horses, painting a picture of a broken man seeking redemption through the simplicity of rural life. He emphasizes the profound emotional toll of staying at the farm to care for his dying father until his final breath. A story specifically tailored to tug at the heartstrings of a man who understands the complexities of familial duty and profound loss. However, Kane Ashby is no stranger to the intricate dance of the con artist. As he listens to Matt's sorrowful tale, internal alarms begin to blare with deafening intensity. The mention of caring for a dying father strikes a particularly sensitive nerve, instantly drawing unavoidable parallels to Kane's own fraught history with his manipulative father, Colin Atkinson. Kane vividly remembers the emotional manipulation he endured during Colin's final days, and his finely tuned grifter instincts recognize the familiar cadence of a fabricated sob story. He scrutinizes Matt's every micro-expression, searching for the subtle tells that betray a liar, his skepticism mounting with every word Matt speaks about the idyllic, redemptive life on the Kansas plains. The tension at the table thickens as Matt continues his desperate performance, revealing that he had specifically reached out to Adam Newman for assistance and permission to remain at the farm. Matt leans into the narrative of a man desperately seeking a completely new life, a fresh start away from the shadows of his past mistakes. Yet, rather than evoking sympathy, this revelation only solidifies Kane's profound mistrust. The idea that this supposed stranger is intricately connected to the Newman family, while simultaneously claiming to be an innocent admirer of Kane's past aliases, creates a paradox that Kane's analytical mind simply cannot reconcile. He views Matt not as a fellow soul seeking redemption, but as a highly suspicious operative executing a deeply flawed maneuver. And beknownst to both men, this tense interrogation is being closely monitored from the shadows by the undisputed queen of Genoa City machinations, Phyllis Summers. Lurking nearby, Phyllis observes the interaction with the sharp, predatory focus of a hawk tracking its prey. She is intricately entangled in her own high-stakes game of survival and revenge, having recently acquired devastating blackmail material against Kane while simultaneously striking a fragile, dangerous bargain with Victor Newman. As she watches Matt struggle to maintain his cover story under Kane's relentless scrutiny, Phyllis's mind races. calculating the optimal moment to intervene and manipulate the shifting power dynamics to her own distinct advantage. Driven by her insatiable need to control the narrative, Phyllis orchestrates a seemingly accidental encounter, suddenly materializing at their table with an air of breezy, manufactured innocence. This calculated interruption is a masterclass in deception, designed to honor the strict promise she made to Victor Newman to not actively sabotage his espionage operation involving Matt. By framing her arrival as a mere coincidence within the bustling environment of the athletic club, she maintains plausible deniability while effectively inserting herself directly into the epicenter of the conflict. Her presence immediately alters the atmospheric pressure, introducing a volatile new element into an already explosive equation. Kane's reaction to Phyllis's sudden appearance is one of immediate, chilling realization. His sharp memory flashes back to a previous occasion where he had spotted Matt lingering in the very same establishment. The pieces of the puzzle begin to snap together with terrifying clarity as he recognizes the undeniable, unspoken connection between Phyllis and this supposed stranger. The fact that Matt, a man claiming to be an innocent farmhand seeking a new life, is casually acquainted with the ruthless Phyllis Summers completely shatters any remaining fragments of Matt's carefully constructed facade. Kane's suspicion morphs into absolute certainty that he is the target of a coordinated, malicious campaign. Attempting to salvage his rapidly deteriorating cover, Matt offers a weak, unconvincing deflection, claiming he had simply been too preoccupied to engage in conversation during their previous fleeting encounter at the club. Kane, thoroughly disgusted by the transparent layers of deceit, outright rejects the flimsy excuse. Refusing to participate any further in this insulting charade, Kane rises from the table, his posture radiating cold and yielding authority. He delivers a stern and compromising ultimatum, instructing Matt to only reach out when he is finally prepared to drop the act and speak the absolute truth. With a final, piercing glare that encompasses both Matt and Phyllis, Kane abruptly departs, leaving a heavy silence in his wake. The moment Kane's figure disappears from view, the entire dynamic at the table undergoes a profound, instantaneous transformation. The masks of casual coincidence and innocent admiration are immediately discarded, revealing the raw, calculating reality beneath. Phyllis drops her breezy demeanor, her expression hardening into one of intense, serious focus. She is no longer the accidental interloper, but a seasoned strategist evaluating a severely compromised asset. She acknowledges the elephant in the room, openly admitting to Matt that she had recently engaged in a tense negotiation with Victor Newman himself, confirming her deep involvement in the invisible web that currently ensnares them both. Despite her explicit agreement with the Newman patriarch to not actively ruin his complex espionage plot, Phyllis feels an overwhelming, almost visceral compulsion to issue a dire warning to the amnesiac pawn sitting before her. She leans in, her voice dripping with the hard-earned wisdom of a woman who has survived decades of corporate and personal warfare against the most powerful man in the city. She meticulously details the sheer, unadulterated ruthlessness of Victor Newman, warning Matt that the billionaire's grand designs have a notorious tendency to backfire spectacularly, often leaving his disposable operatives completely devastated in the fallout. She implores Matt to recognize the immense, existential danger of allowing himself to be manipulated by a man who views human lives as nothing more than pieces on a chessboard. Observing this intricate dance of deception and survival evokes a profound sense of melancholy and genuine heartache within our hearts as dedicated chroniclers of this city. There is an undeniable, visceral tragedy in watching these profoundly damaged souls continuously collide in their desperate bids for power and self-preservation. We cannot help but feel a deep, aching empathy for characters who are so completely trapped by their own traumatic histories and the relentless, suffocating gravity of the Newman Empire. The sheer emotional exhaustion of living in a perpetual state of hypervigilance, where every interaction is a potential trap and every ally a potential traitor, is a heavy burden that resonates deeply with anyone watching. It is a poignant, heartbreaking reminder of the enduring scars left by manipulation, and the tragic reality that in the relentless pursuit of vengeance and control, the most profound casualties are often the fragile remnants of their own humanity. As the shadows lengthen across the elegant dining room of the athletic club, the invisible strings connecting these desperate individuals are pulled tighter than ever before. With Kane's suspicions fully ignited, Phyllis playing a terrifyingly dangerous double game, and Matt caught entirely in the crossfire of a billionaire's wrath. The stage is set for an unprecedented explosion of truth and betrayal. Will Matt heed the chilling warning delivered by the city's most notorious survivor, or will he blindly continue down a path that leads to his own destruction? The ticking clock of Victor Newman's patience is growing louder by the second, and when the inevitable detonation occurs, absolutely no one in Genoa City will be safe from the devastating shockwave.